Okay, Wednesday cast today. Just a short one, not that many players. Gonna start with in Japan and see what he's up to. So he started as the Emperor or Shogunate, but he only had half of Japan. At this point, you've taken all of Japan, it seems. His subjects is warring each other, but he's integrated a bit. Japan has quite some unique thing. I think they can get the Prussian militarization or something. By this one, yeah. And he needs to indicate all his daimyos. So other than that, Japan is ludicrously behind on tech, behind on he's behind on ideas and he's behind on tech. I do think he deft the Renaissance here, yeah. 25 times, so that's a lot of mana dumping in there. Here's an available merchant. You could put that into up here, given. There's local value that is being consumed by AI up here. Please put a merchant in there. Like it helps both you and your ally. You have some states. I guess you're filling admin ideas. You really want to focus admin when you're filling admin ideas. I also think you want to say goodbye to this era. Estate, bam bam bam. I mean, at this point, I would like to see either inward perfection if you are not gonna expand anymore, and if you're gonna expand anymore, then it's expansion still. So I'm pretty sure these two are mutually exclusive. And inward perfection really got a buff in the latest patch. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, maybe I would already go inward perfection because didn't you do all the expanding? Maybe you want to kill Ainu. Maybe yeah. Yeah, I think you want to kill Ainu and then go inward perfection. You can take some burger loans. No, you need admin tech 6. Yeah, well, mostly just focus on this, and with this income, integrate your subjects. It's gonna cost some diplo points. And focus your admin generation and yeet this guy. Also get a diet. Yeah, that can likely be done by transferring trade power from your assets. You can do it with these rates. Yep. Enable direct trade, and then yeah, you just take the ones with the most end of trade. This one and this one, maybe this one, and then you should be able to get that for Chief Advisor. Yeah. Well, looking at this, you don't have the best ruler. You have a really good heir, so make your ruler into general. He already is. You're doing a bit better on ideas here and quite a bit better on tech, even though Diplotech is really hurting. You've started colonizing Taiwan. Do keep in mind that Molucca's region is locked. I don't know if Oceania is locked. Actually, let's find that up. Oceania. I don't see Oceania. I think Oceania is open. Okay, so you have some leeway out here to colonize, get Hawaii maybe, and then get into a new world, I would assume. Unless Moluccas opens up with player seedings. You are hawkboxing with all your friends. These two, however, are rivaled, right? Yeah. Rival, you want? Okay, these are not rivaled. So there's a bit of boxing going on now. You're allied with everyone around you. You have a lot to state. Get that done in time. Yeah, and then you should likely take the religious diplomat need to go sooner rather than later. I don't think you need it. But inward perfection is really good in this patch. But well, you're gonna lose stab and you're not gonna be daring that much at this point, so hold a bit off on that. You can seize. I think seizing is way more valuable in this, but that said you would have rebels and unloyal estates. Not the best income. Who are your rivals? Because you're just about. No, yeah, okay, no possible rivals. You can't help your PP then. Yeah, to click the dial, please. To get your estates way more loyal, supremacy over the crown is a really good take. The only oversight here, I think, is that one. Um. Uh, yeah, and you can start harmonizing some of these later on. I really don't know how new harmony works, but seems not too bad if you're low, but really good if you're high. Okay. Attack. Okay, Yuan came late, and therefore he didn't choose, like, he could choose different paths. Got a really good ruler, and, well, decent there. Running 334, that's really good. Behind on ideas, behind on tech. I guess he's been using a lot on expanding, right? I don't really know. This is like a mod, I don't know. Interesting. Is this really worth it? Looking at your nation itself. Yeah, you could do some restructuring of your forts at one point, like you have defensive terrain, but your forts are not on it. That said, your capital is hard to defend with good forts. Like, this is the only real defensive terrain here. Regards to trade, so Shu is applying a lot of trade this way, but I think it's a mistake having a merchant in Beijing. I would likely put one in Hangzhou with a 6.6 local value. Yeah, definitely put a merchant from Beijing down to Hangzhou. You have a navy. You have 3 light ships. You can might as well protect trade. I don't think you're gonna need the other ships anytime soon, so you might as well just sell them off or delete them. Save yourself that money. Yeah, there's a lot of reforms to go through here. I think it can get really strong. You're gaining a lot of meritocracy. I think you can like take the 25% tax. Yeah, that'll increase your income by 5 ducats. That's not bad. You have death cost and core creation cost. Unless you're of course expecting a player war, then like the officer corps might be more interesting. You have an estate agenda. You need a manufactory. Yeah, I've also been seeing these, but you don't have any manufacturers to build, but they keep popping up in my estate agendas as well. So yeah, this is just unfortunate. You're just gonna lose some loyalty, and yeah, you have 1 year and you're never gonna, because you can't build manufactories. Well, the mod is a bit iffy there. This is Vessel of Han, okay. Yeah, really putting a merchant in here really helps you. You have factions as well. Well, honestly, there's nothing, none of them that's particularly good. Like, yes, in peacetime this is quite good, but you want, if you forget it, it's really bad, but you want to get out of it instantly if you go to war. You're also confusion. States. You made an oopsie by taking this one. Maybe the AI took it. You were late, of course. But yeah, rights of the council and command of the military should arguably go in favor of more useful stuff. Supremacy over the crown and nobility in the officer corps really comes to mind. In here, yeah, you can also take inward perfection once you have done your initial warring. I think it's wise leaving it open. I wouldn't have taken this one because I think religious culture would have been better. Merchant guild looks fine. Oh wait, you're not getting. You have taken control over monetary policy. This is really, really a bad choice. You're not getting a diplomat because they're locked out, and you have all power cost plus 5%. Like that's gonna hurt you a lot in the long run. Your income is fine, but reinforcements being paid. Just check, are we recording? We are indeed recording. Did you get the? Yeah. Everyone just like remember to go through your nation and look at state edicts when to take them off, because I guess this might be fine. But yeah, def cost here, you have 2 as well going. Gonna be interesting to see, because there's an army here, there's an army here, and there's an army here. On the we have a lot of cores to start. up here, okay. But your armies are quite in position to strike Han. That's interesting. Let's see here. Han doesn't know what national ideas is yet. Is up to date in Miltech, something that Yuan cannot boast of. No, not the best national ideas. I think you got like really good from religion. Yeah, negative karma, negative 100, but religion base is 5 discipline. You vassalize this stuff up here. You're already integrating them, okay? Yeah, you could feasibly actually make a decent defensive line against your northern neighbor that you seem hostile to. Fort here, fort here, fort here, fort here. So yeah, you can fortify something in this area. Like ideally, yeah, they can go down there. Okay, so fort in Chongqing. Like this is fortifiable, and then fort here, here, and here, and then you actually have a defensive line. I do think some of these flatland forts down that you don't need those, and like this one I would just delete now, and this one arguably it's part of the defensive line, but it's not in good terrain, so. Yeah, you have a truce with them. Dali is up for the grabs, but has a lot of shit bunch of AI allies. And you are, well, vying for control of China with Yuan. And you have some good missions, Ladug Estate, Expansion Cemetery, Enforced Unity of the Faith. Yeah, so like, you have this weird religion, but I assume you have, what is it called, Inward Perfection. I don't think taking increased levies was a good idea. Although 12% manpower for 36%, so that's up to, like what, 35% manpower? Min-max? I don't think it's worth it. But that said, you could likely not take the nobility in the officer corps. I will also sell titles to get some money. You could reinvest those in your country. You're not wanting a that high advisors. Not the worst king in here. It's quite good. You need to convert this, but your missionary is busy down here. Just started it. Please move it up here so you can get the cheaper advisor. Yeah, you're steering trade into here. You do have another merchant here, but yeah, well, I don't really know where you should put him otherwise. Maybe in Chengdu, because in inland nodes you have caravan power. But that's about it. Yeah, well, I don't know the specifics. And you have open burger loans or control over monetary policy if you so decide to death war your northern neighbor. Actually, this divert did not expand a lot. What has he been doing? Like, you're allowed to take all of Indochina. These are even locked, but funny, like how it didn't expand that much. This one, which is like really strong monument, he didn't upgrade it yet. Okay, never mind. He's doing very great on ideas though. He's taking eco first. Interesting choice. Library ideas are decent. I don't think it's worth going to form Serum, to be honest, because then you're gonna lose this monument, and this monument is really nice. Yeah, a bit slow on the expansion. 200 dev. I guess there's a lot of provinces here. And no vassals. I don't know what he's up to, but he's doing great in the mana department. Maybe he did some show strength. I don't know. He's also missing the Renaissance. He needs 400 ducat to embrace that. He has a glaring oversight, and that's called no military mana. Yeah, I would take nobility out of the officer corps, and next time you can see is take the primacy of the nobility. You are Mariana. Where do you see Mariana on this map? I see them up here, and that's it. You also have imperfection, so it's not a no-brainer just to take it. But yeah, I think expansion cemetery is a good idea for you. Um, okay, let's. That was China covered. There's what 5 players over here with their own little game, but disconnected from the rest of us. So let's go to Persia. Alright, try some of these Ante Bellum music. You have rights of the council and increased levies, but you don't have the advisor cost, and you don't have rights and ability in the officer corps. You have oversight by this thingy, oversight by the clergy. I also think this is a mistake. Religious culture might be better. These guys look fine. You can sell. You're doing a bit behind on ideas, but not too bad. Yeah, when looking over this, there's a glaring mistake, and that is not taking this state. It's like basically the easiest accessible center of trade you have here. Like, there's other countries taking too much power in your extremely valuable Persian node. Oh, you started upgrading this. Interesting choice. Did you take Berkelon to do that? Oh shit, he's on the verge of bankruptcy, isn't he? I mean, he's halfway there. He's paying 8. I mean, after this war, he might be able to get out of it, but that's not really well. You don't really want to go bankrupt. But anyway, I think you should delete this fort. It's a flatland fort. Your capital also flatland forts. You have mountain forts. Keep those, but you could possibly delete these 2 forts and save 2 ducats a month right now. These are not your vassal. Okay. Oh, they are your vassal. And they don't have a lot of course now. Khorasan could be really interesting to vassalize for all these cores. You're like Transoxania. Uzbek might be a bit later down the line. Yeah, safe was looking more or less fine. You have the institution. Did you dev it? No, you think you got it yet? Okay. Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, inflation is also a problem. You're running 222. I would argue try not to go bankrupt and replace this guy with level 1. Your ruler's good. Your is decent. I don't think you want to disinherit that guy, even though he's 9 average stat. That is like the average baseline stats. And your king is very young, so you can hopefully hope for something better. I don't know where you're getting from this, but I assume you're getting Yerevan, which is gonna help you trade even more. So yeah, I think you can not go bankrupt, but deleting the forts, taking this to pay off a lot of some loans, could certainly get you a long way there. Okay, Novgorod. You can sell in these. There's a supremacy over the ground to take. If you're still on the fucking... you're not vassal gaming. I would recommend you to do some vassal gaming, I think. That said, you are upstate in admin, so... But yeah, then if you're not vassal gaming, supremacy over the crown and... Wait, you do have vassals. Perm is a vassal. Whatever. I mean, if you want a vassal game, yeah, you can expand this and then you can make another vassal for Yusan or something. That could potentially, but yeah, supremacy of the crown, and then you could take like integration policy or strong duchies if you really wanted to. You took a monopoly in textiles. I don't think that is that bad because you have 1 textile province and it gives them loyalty. But free enterprise does exact same thing. It also gives them influence, which is arguably actually worth it. Yeah. You haven't had hurting for GovCap yet, and you almost have the requirements for forming Russia, so good on you. I think I would get rid of this air once you have enough prestige. Using decent on advisors. You have some free claims. You're allied to Ruthenia, right? Yeah. And Pomerania, so yeah, you just be chilling. Glaring thing you should focus on would be solidifying the Novgorod trade. Muscovy and Peskov has sent us a trade in that. That should help you a lot. You have a merchant in White Sea collecting a whole 0.8 ducats. You might make more of you, but that's also your ally, of course. But you could steer out of Kiev or Astrakhan for that matter. But yeah, you have so many dip points because you haven't been vassal gaming and ceasing integrating. Yeah, selling and cease. Oh yeah, you have. Oh, what are you waiting for? You could be vassal gaming and then integrate them and use your diplo points, so you're not counting on those. For all you need your admin points more. Okay, Ruthenia has no manpower, has increasing corruption. Please do that. Not the best income. Behind on tech, still on admin tech 4, has no ideas yet. Did somewhat try to help Magyars, I think. Okay, you only have estate loans. That's fine then. Yeah, I would try to check out what you actually get from this tech. You get new traditions and ambitions. Are those better than your White Ruthenian ideas? Possibly, I don't know. Go check them, it's a mod after all. You vassalize Feudor, good job on that. Pelotska's your vassal. I assume you likely have something where you get Kiev, he takes Novgorod and Kazan and Astrakhan or something. Ideally, if you wanted to be moving into Baltic Sea, but that might get you into conflict with Pomerania and Denmark, so be careful about that. But there's still a lot of AI to go around, and you can eventually solidify it somewhat here. Your trade's gonna be scuffed anyway, honestly. And you're behind on ideas and tech. I think you need to go yeet your heir, because he's really fucking bad. Oh, you're in a regency, yes, extending the regency. Yeah, okay, that's wise then. Yeah, you're bound to get this guy at one point. Yeah, just increase this regency as long as you possibly can. There's like free stuff in here, so this one, that costs 5 crown, be careful about that one. This one is basically just a free very nice bonus, please get that. Did they fix prime herding rights? No, that's not the step province. Yeah, either the mod fixes it or the PDX actually fix it themselves. So that's not really that viable, but this one is really good. Later on. Yeah. Yeah, but you know the scuffed, like you should really get Smolensk, that will help you out a bit, but it's gonna be scuffed trade for you, and you're likely just gonna be quite a poor nation with the trade situation. Estates, strong duchies, yes. Religious culture, expensive military, adapted, yeah, everything looks right there. Okay, Seljuks. Seljuks hacks are arguably the best ideas in game. Infantry shock +1, it's really busted. You're behind on tech, you're behind on ideas. You have some glaring issues here with no supremacy over the crown. And you could take Umera or Nobility in the Officer Corps. I would recommend that. Here, you can take Expansion Cemetery. Yeah, well, I guess. Maybe hold off on that. You're 22 loans in, that is a glaring issue as well. So you and Persia are sharing in this like debt spiral. So yeah, you need to make up your mind, either you go bankrupt and then you time it optimally, or you try to get out of it. Your trade is not going to be very rich because you only have half of the Constantinople trade node. That said, you do have 3 out of 7 trade centers. Yeah, making Venice go oof from this node will help you guys a lot. You and Bulgaria, they're siphoning money off you. You seem to have been the leading force at least, because you only have the good ones left. You're fighting rebels, and you're just in this war. Okay. Yeah. So since you're in this war, you're likely gonna have nowhere to expand because well, first it's gonna humiliate Georgia, and then you're gonna have to tutor them for 15 years. And therefore you're just gonna sit and chill, and you should do everything in your power to not bankrupt. So put your one light ship out and possibly mothball the others. You might, after all, need a navy. You're gonna coring this, yes. You can hopefully decrease autonomy. Why did Persia call you into this? It's so weird. You need to get autonomy reduced, and that's gonna give you some cash injection. Oh, you have corruption. Oh no, you might have to go bankrupt because of this corruption. Yeah, you really need to like fix your money. Where's your merchant? You have one in Aleppo, and this is your main node, right? So it's not providing that much, but nothing going from Crimea your way. Put it another merchant in Crimea, instead of in Constantinople. Yeah, and hopefully you can like. Will they fight peace? No. Like, can't Georgia just give you a creation of one of the non-fort provinces, and you right piece them, and then you reduce autonomy everywhere if you haven't done that, and then you kill the rebels, and then you turn off your maintenance, and hopefully you can make it out of bankruptcy. Like, you're getting looted for no particular good reason. I don't know why you're in this. Georgia's not even your rival. Yeah, get out of this war. And Persia doesn't need help. Oh well, financially it needs help just as much as you do. Okay, Nisowitz. Apparently people say this is the strongest nation in game. He's fighting Hijaz. No advice, of course, but took increased levies. Oh yeah, this is Islam stuff. Like, it's not the bad stuff, but you are missing out of expansion of military and religious culture. And advisor cost for this stuff, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, you were able... Wait. You have the school, yes. And then you invited one. Oh, you can actually just change them. Oh, it replaces each other. Ah, okay. And then maybe it's worth it since you can get a death cost. I still don't think so, but... you're not at force limit. You are doing very great on Dias. I almost finished with first idea group. It's not too bad, too shabby. You're behind on admin and dev tech, but up to date on mill tech. Great job. You have 32 innovatism, 33 innovatism. That's really good as well. And you have been expanding quite a lot. You have yet to have one of the gold mines. I'm just gonna put that into edit request. Nisavage gold mine in the mod 9 dev. Punish. Okay, that's something that needs fixing. So in regions you are allowed to expand in Horn of Africa and Sahel, so you should have no issues right now. But this expansion, you have merchant in Gulf of Aden and merchant in Aleppo. You notice, of course, leaky as hell. The Italians is gonna just steal money off you by passive steering. And yeah, you still have a lot of Arabia and a lot of Horn of Africa to eat, but once that is out, you're gonna be a bit stunted for growth. But that's of course a lot. You can also colonize these oases, right? These Egyptian oases. In Dongola area, what the? So you need this and this. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get those soon. It's desert provinces after all, the 3 death, so. I mean, you're gonna have all these filled out, so you might as well take this and get what, 12 extra death after them once you complete some of the others. I think you might need to restock your fort. This is not a good fort. What is it? Highlands here, but you can just walk around it. So fort here and fort here, I think. And you don't need this fort. This fort only blocks from the south. They split up some provinces here in this mod. Normally, I think this if you really want to, but I guess you're not really under threat, so that's likely gonna be fine for you. Okay, let's go for Denmark. Denmark has corruption. Please. You are doing decent on ideas for ideas, but you're lacking on middle tax. Your income is quite nice. And seems like you really took control. Not really yet. Yeah, you have to yeet these two or vassalize them. Either is really gonna work because they're gonna just like there's 20 ducats in here. Hansa is taking 45% of that, and you're only getting 27. Like if you kill these guys or vassalize them and transfer trade power from them, that's a lot of money. You have the Lauenburg fort, that's good, and if you really want the defensive line, you need a Ditchmarschen fort as well. I don't know these missions. You're fighting Norway. An interesting point of view for you is you can form the North Sea Empire. You need all of Scandinavia, like even apart from Novgorod, maybe you can make a deal with him. But the big part is you need these three provinces from England. And that is a really worth like later in the game. This is like such a massive improvement to your national ideas. So get Norfolk, like make a deal with England. You just like get these provinces, you call them, you form this nation, and give them all back. Like these ideas, I said Seljuk had the best ideas. It's wrong. North Sea Empire has better ideas. They also have +1 infantry shock, which is a massive fucking bonus. So yeah, pay England whatever price nearly he asked for lending these two fort bonuses because you need this to go this. Or you can defy them. And then give them back. Like it's gonna. I don't know how you feel about Novgorod, but maybe you can make a deal with him. Like that's only 9 death provinces you need here. Maybe you need Viborg as well. No, you don't need Viborg. You just need these 3 provinces, and Novgorod has Russia on his eyes, so likely it's gonna be possible for you. You also do need Shetland, Faroes, and Iceland. But yeah, that is my best advice to you. Go get that. Also, you are comparatively to others swimming in money, and you have your fleet mothballed as Denmark. I don't think that is the wise decision. Why did you? Oh, it's a vessel. Okay, vessels keep screwing me up. Is this with Finland? Yeah, you might as well be able to diplomaticize these guys. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can diplomaticize Estonia. Maybe you can even give you bargaining power against Novgorod, I don't know. But yeah, country's looking decent. Attack Bulgaria. Bulgaria is out of manpower. Bulgaria has corruption, and he is not spending all his money to root it out. Glaring issue. Well, I have no clue about Cossacks. You want to permit the crown? Like this is just like no-brainers. Military advisor cost and boys in your corps. Like it's such a massive bonus. You are Orthodox. I guess you might be fighting Orthodox, but if you are certainly you're not, expansion Celator is really helpful. And like even if you fight an Orthodox nation, let's say you fight Right Ruthenia, but Right Ruthenia is allied to Pomerania and calls in Pomerania, then you're still gonna get a bonus of expansion Celator. So I think it's worth it. So you have the admin power, right? Yeah. Like yearly Patriot Authority is just free. You can take this, and this, and that is like helping you tremendously. In here you don't have the diplomatic advisor cost. That is the only glaring issue here. You have the others looks fine, and Cossacks You got the important ones. This one's cost Crownland, and this one might just be there. I guess you really want to fulfill this, you can do this one. But, and sell that 600 ducats, and then you can seize afterwards. They're still unloyal because you don't have supremacy of the crown. But yeah, get supremacy of the crown, and they'll almost always be loyal for selling. You're behind on ideas, and you don't have the Renaissance yet. Yeah, the Renaissance, like this money you can use to embrace the Renaissance, and then you can catch up on Miltic, right? This is, yeah. You haven't been vassal gaming at all. I think you should have been vassal gaming a bit more. That said, your country looks quite nice. Big. I don't know what ideas this gives. Maybe it's worth it. How's Bulgarian ideas? Not too bad. Like, if you want to be the big gamer move, you need to religious convert to Tengri, which is a bit of in this area. Well, before you converted the way, you religious convert to Tengri and you primary culture shift to Hungarian. It's hella a pain in the ass. But this monument is absolutely broken. This monument just run pure calf, and you're just gonna melt everyone. It's so good. I haven't been looking much on buildings, but maybe getting a single marketplace in here and also a church in there after. Yeah, get the church in there, get the marketplace in there. Yeah, and like you and Seljuks, I don't know if you seem to be hostile, but well, you have one common enemy, and that's Venice yoinking all your money. I mean, you're using your fleet, and like if you ever find yourself at odds with Seljuks, whoever controls this province actually have great leverage in an eventual war. Just to keep that in mind, but yeah, if the enemy controls this, you're never going to be offensive unless you walk the long way around. Bohemia, 202k manpower, last Justin tournament tonight. Increased levies, people keeping picking increased levies, I don't think it's worth it. You're Hussite, right? Yeah, you're Hussite. Are you ever going to fight another country that's Hussite? I mean, somehow Danzig went Hussite, but look at this world. There's no Hussites except yourself. Pick expansion to Cellato. It's a no-brainer. It's 5% morale in every single war you have. Religious culture might be really beneficial for the missionary strength as well. Yeah, burgers looks fine. You can fucking air. You have elective monarchy. I guess. Well, I'm no expert on Polish stuff, but Polish government type, the mechanics. Yeah, gold mine at 8 def. You didn't get this one. Quite soon go for this one if you can, and start using that money from that one. That said, Bavaria has made similar mistake of not getting Tyrol. It even has the Swart silver mine already. You're doing not that bad on ideas. You're up to date in tech, so this country looks, well, except for the state, could be better, but it's not horrendous. Are these vanilla? This one is really good. I guess A is your limiting constraint and not how much land you can take. Bavaria. He's doing quite well on ideas. 526. I think you need to go yeet your heir, but your ruler looks very nice. Right of the council. Nobility in the officer corps is better, but oversight of the clergy and church sanctuaries. Maybe not. Those are the best. You have expanded quite a bit. You're limiting factors as well. Aggressive expansion, because that's the nature of HIV. or the general area, as Sicily found out and as Magnus found out that AE can get you killed by other players joining the coalition when you don't expect them to. You also have a lot of mana bank, that's actually good. Income is not the best. I mean, yeah, there's 3 cities, yeah. Are you Emperor, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's some 3 cities left to take in a node. Rhineland is actually quite a good node. It only steers into Champagne and Lübeck. It doesn't steer into the English Channel, so Rhineland is quite a good node if you can make it in there. But of course you have Lithuania and a possible late seed up here. Yeah, this country is looking decent. Yeah. Lombardy. Nice ruler situation. Spending some on advisors. I have glaring issues with these estates. Yeah, first of all, I don't think you ever really want your want your clergy unloyal. I'm just trying to find something. I don't really like this song. There we go, something better. Religious culture would arguably be good, but that does cost crownland. Keep that in mind. Papal emissary is also not the best. Nobility doesn't have supremacy over the crown. That's why they are not that happy. These guys. Yes, you massively expanded into Genoa, but you're still lacking a lot of trade power. I guess you're capped by Ahi. Yeah, you are. But yeah, going down the coast and getting these 3 centers of trade would be my next goal for you. Honestly, if you're really swimming in money and have nothing to do, you can do a show strength on 4 province minus Switzerland, who is allied with one OPM and another OPM. Yeah, I have 2 of them. No, that's going to show strength on them. That is quite free. Yeah, we have an mission. Yeah, well, this is looking great nation. How are you doing? Are you good on quality ideas? You're not even, yeah, well, not really much to commend in here, except for these states. You have, yeah, not much you can do about this, except you maybe don't need all these OPMs as allies. Salerno, where is that? You are alliance with Salerno. Where the fuck is Salerno? This one down here. I don't think you need this one down here. Like, yes, you've killed Sicily, but why do you need this? You're not gonna be able to diplomacize it. No. You're also allied to Florence. Why do you need this? Are you trying to not make this coalition of what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries fire? 6 countries fire? Just go fucking humiliate these guys, and there's no coalition left. Like, you are allied to Bavaria, Lithuania, and Andalusia. This coalition is not gonna fire. Go show strength in Sicily and Switzerland and drop these 2 alliances and save yourself some mana. Now for India, you have negative prestige. Never. I guess we've been rolling. Yeah, you got good air. Your ruler is already a leader. He doesn't look like a leader to me. Joachim von Hoffen, no, he's not a leader. Game's bugging out. Glaring issues with the states, especially no supremacy over the crown. No nobility in the officer corps. You could give something away here just for the higher loyalty. Religious culture is of course the best here, but that does cost crownland. Yeah, you had a quite disgusting war against Frenzy, I saw. Where you had to like come in and kill them, and I actually went in them as well because you kinda needed help. You are quite far from your aggressive expansion limit. You're doing well on tech and decent on ideas. So yeah, I think you want up expanding, and if I were you, I would take Holland. or into Normandy. Like, get the English trade node. That's fucking juicy node. And right now England has half of it. You could have the other half. Instead, it's Normandy, Gallery, and Holland that has the other half. That's a lot of money you could potentially gain there. And your income is not the best. You're running 111. You can also sell in seas, which I would. These guys need a bit more. Give some supremacy over the crown. That helps them a lot. Makes them so happy. Yeah, I just gave it, and loyalty equilibrium is now instead of 46, 56. And 47. Yeah, this one was decreasing before. Yeah, get that supremacy over the crown. You mothballed your fleet, that's like correct. You have a merchant here. You are making this little money. You're making 4 doctors here, that's decent. Yeah, so mop up these guys. Mop them up. Like, there's so much trade power to be had in your side of the channel. And then you can just take a bite of the English money. Really want you to do that. Of course, you're never going to be able to get Calais, because that requires you to have naval supremacy. And England went quality first, and you went quantity, so you're not going to beat his navy. Also, I think they might have some stuff in there. Mobile of navies, yes. But other than that, yeah, you have expansion open. You're not really in danger, unless England want to fight, but I don't know if he wants to. And yeah, try to get this area up here. There's also a really good monument here, albeit that will not be upgraded. England 0 manpower. Bit behind on ideas. Go yeet your air. He's a bad guy. Only lacking a dip tech. That's good. You of course have English monarchy or something. You also have corruption, but I've told me that was due to event. But then you just want to root it up as quick as you can. I think he must have deleted some forts because there's only the good forts left. Yeah, you're gonna be able to integrate Ireland, and I don't know what you're gonna do after that. Like quality first, could go colonial, I guess. Could also not. Gonna be interesting to see what he does. He has his island solidified. He can form Albion, I guess. I don't know what it gives. Let's just find out. Oh, that's where this flag is from. British ideas. Are these just vanilla British ideas? Think so. Act of Union. Yeah, I think he's gonna do that. I see no issue why. Okay, my own country in the end here. Expanded quite a lot. 950, 60 great power score. 6 ideas. Lagging behind on Dip and Mill. Miltech is not ideal. That said, I'm not really expecting any more. Got a bit in France. Solidified Iberia. Took all this stuff. Started building a bit. Filled out my estates for every possible thing. Made it to the Caribbean. Colonized this province, decked on Timbuktu. Racialization CB that I got for estates. Already completed my yearly prestige mission, and yeah, I have a few more to like. This is a meaty mission tree, but this one I have laying around waiting. That can be really potent. A lot of it's just like colonial range. It's of course not bad, but a lot of it is just minor bonuses and then like go into India, etc. But country's looking nice. Apparently there's like 10 more forts in the period at the start. I had to delete so many forts. I had to fight Tunis because he attacked my AI ally. Like I was about to diplo-vassalize Talifat, and then he attacked it. I was like, please don't help them. I was like, you didn't even ask me before you decked, and then you just decked. Then I had to kill him. I don't know why he did that. Like, he could have gone into Fez and get these colonized for free and then gone down here, but he didn't. Yeah, like, countries... It's looking fine, except there's a variables issue in XII, but that's gonna go away in time, and I can not see, so... yeah, and I have the Australia node under control, and this one decently under control. Taking money from Tunis, taking money from Safi into Sevilla, so... Or Cordoba, as it's called. Yeah. Could arguably right now spend a bit more on advisors. I think my level 2 advisor died. And I got this guy instead. Could even get a death quest, interesting. Anyway, lastly, refurbished nations. Silent put out a list of refurbished nations Wednesday Wester. So there's Friesland, Saxony, and there's Tecklenburg. This is Normark and Tecklenburg, yeah. So this general area, there might be room for refurbished nation. France, apparently Normandy is open, and this Arle is open. Over here, Uzbek is open, and Amdo. I think Amdo might be a bit spicy. In Africa, Kilwa is open. Yeah, sure, that's not gonna be a problem for anyone. Songhai might be a bit iffy because, well, Songhai has one neighbor and it's the biggest country in the game, and it's all the way down here. Benin is likely fine as well because it's all the way down here. And then there's Langfang, which is this one. I may also personally recommend Sunda, split out of Matapahit if you really wanted to. Or Matapahit is set here. And Tibet, Tisang, well, that's... Well, you're not gonna see both of these. So yeah, only really new regions seeming to open up if we get seeds is Malaya and Matapahit, and maybe here. Maybe down here as well. We'll see. Thanks for tuning in today's cast, and see you around.